Okay, let's walk through the visual pathways. Principle to remember here is left visual field information is processed in the right occipital lobe. Right visual field information is processed in the left occipital lobe. The reason this is confusing is we're not talking about left and right eye when we're talking about left and right visual field. Each eye has a piece of the left visual field, and the right visual field. So let's just talk about the left eye right now. Anything in the left visual field, you can see as it crosses through this pupil here is going to hit the right side of the retina. Left visual field crosses through, hits the right side of the retina. So a principle to remember here is once right, always right for the retina. So as it travels to the brain, it's going to go through the optic nerve, and once right, always right, it's going to cross over to the right side of the brain and go to the lateral geniculate nucleus of the thalamus on the right side of the brain. Now let's talk about right visual field information for the left eye. Right visual field information you can see as it goes through the pupil, hits the back left side of the retina. For the retina, once left, always left, it's going to go through the optic nerve and then stay on this side and travel to the lateral geniculate nucleus of the left side of the brain. Okay, once we understand that, we can understand some of these lesions. If we have a lesion here, we're cutting off all information from the left eye. So you're going to have a defect similar to this here. You're not going to have any information from the left eye. If you have a lesion that's blocking off the optic chiasm, you're going to cut off all of the crossing. All of the crossing is going to be for the left eye, left visual field, for the right eye, right visual field. So you're going to have a defect similar to this here. And then if we go a little bit further than that and we cut off here, right, as it's way to the thalamus, we're cutting off all right visual field information. So right visual field information going to the left geniculate nucleus. So you're going to have a defect similar to here. Okay, now we're in the thalamus, the left geniculate nucleus. This is where all right visual field information is being processed. Now we need to get that information to the occipital lobe where vision is processed. The body is already split up left and right visual field, so it's deciding to split it up superior and inferior visual field. Why it does that, I have no idea. So for the temporal lobe, it's going to send radiations through the temporal lobe, and it's going to send radiations through the parietal lobe. Temporal lobe is going to have the superior vision information. Parietal lobe is going to have the inferior visual information. And remember, this is only for the right visual field because we're in the left side of the brain now. Easy way to remember that temperature, everybody likes the temperature warm. So it's going to be the high temperature, superior visual field. So if you have a lesion here in the temporal lobe, you're going to have this pie in the sky look. If you have a lesion here in the parietal lobe, you're going to have this pie in the floor look. And then that information gets sent to the occipital lobe. Now remember, if we have a lesion of the occipital lobe, this is where all the right visual field information is here being processed. So we're going to have a lesion similar to up here, where all right visual field information is messed up.